Recently, a parent sent me a message. She was at that stage of truly doubting herself about what had happened with her child living with Aspergers. It was one of those moments that took me straight back to our own journey 17 years ago and reinforced once again for me while so many children in the school system are still struggling. In this next video, I'm going to share with you the story and how you can help advocate for your child at school right after this. One of the most frustrating things I hear daily is that after all this so-called autism awareness that is supposedly now in place for many children living on the spectrum, their struggles are no better than my son's were 17 years ago when he was in junior school. Now this week I've been working with a mum whose child was in trouble at school for yelling at the teacher. He was sent home for overstepping the boundaries. Now, on further exploration, this mum found that when this teacher was working with her son, she'd actually totally ignored her son's obvious signs of stress and anxiety. He was crying, and she was expecting him to still do the work and not listening to what he said. Now, it's stories like this that both break my heart and make me so angry all at the same time. Do you know, if there's one thing I've learned on this journey, there are no random acts in the mind of a child living with autism. None. Every single action has as its core a reason. This mum asked me one pertinent question. She said, "Why do you think he yelled at her?" And my response was, because she wasn't listening and she wasn't reading the signs. She had her own agenda, she'd crossed his boundaries, and in order for any child to shine, the collaborative partnership between school and home is essential. Now, a teacher's role is not to set academic boundaries that cause stress. A teacher's role is to find what helps this child to learn. School should not be about making children adhere to curriculum and policy. True education means that it's up to each and every teacher to inspire in their students a love of learning and a desire to excel in life. Pushing a child to tears is not fulfilling that obligation. I think sometimes some teachers have forgotten the very reason they became teachers in the first place. You know, most teachers I've met choose that profession because they want to make a difference in the lives of young people, to inspire them to be far greater than they thought possible. But you can't do that if you're pushing our children beyond the point of stress and anxiety, because firstly, the stressed brain can't learn, and secondly, a child on the autism spectrum best learns when they have a good relationship with their teacher. The minute they feel that the teacher no longer understands them, they lose respect. Respect is a big deal for a young person on the autism spectrum, and it can be very difficult for adults to earn it. But one of the best tools I've found that worked for us was a document I created many years ago to help teachers understand my son. Now, it's based on SWOT analysis, which is a tool many companies use in choosing their direction. Now, I adapted that SWOT analysis to him, highlighting his strengths, his challenges, the opportunities, and the threats to his happiness and his success throughout school. Now, recently I upgraded that document, which is now called the Free School Report, and made it available to parents on our website. It's now been downloaded thousands of times, and the feedback I'm receiving from parents is that it has been absolutely life-changing. Now, at this time of the year, both the winter break for those in the southern hemisphere and the summer break for those families in the northern hemisphere is a great time to download the Free School Report to create an extensive document for your child. Now, if you're interested in learning more about how to use the Free School Report effectively for your child and how to get your child's teachers on board to develop the best possible school experience, just click on the link below to find out about our new webinar coming up very soon on how to use the Free School Report. And I'll talk with you soon. Bye.